Well, Mr. Poolman. That's, by the way, a fascinating name, Mr. Poolman. Does that mean that you're full of shit? Hmm. I've heard by watching your videos that you do a lot of guesstimating, especially in your video, The Good Follower. So I will share with you, Mr. Poolman, my perspective on your guess, or let's say your prediction for Destiny, that it will end in mass suicide. You see, Mr. Poolman, you are putting a lot of bold statements out there on the internet. Statements that you impossibly can back up. And you've put a lot of energy into doing no research. And you wasted a lot of your time. If you did had investigated what Destiny stands for, there was no reason to make such a video. This way it's not so hard to tell the shitheads from the ones that did investigate and weren't able to get the 1+1 common sense. But they normally ask non-prejudiced questions. To you, we are a group for whom you have to warn the rest of the world. Well, you know, this behavior is called bullying and has nothing to do with Destiny nor Bernard Pullman. It's about you. It's about you not being able to cope with yourself in general and not being able to cope with our message. So, a bold statement to talk about suicide when you yourself are not able to cope with life. So, let's talk about Destiny and our perspective on suicide. Since you, Mr. Pullman, are so concerned that we, all American teenage girls within Destiny, are going to remove ourselves together by committing mass suicide. The only problem is that what we stand for is the opposite of suicide. We stand for life, one and equal to life. Most people think that by committing suicide, all misery will be over and that one will be in peace and free of dealing with oneself and the troubles of this earth. Yeah, they think they will be in peace. But that's not what suicide is going to bring you. Because let's have a look. Let's look at the several reasons why people believe they have to commit suicide. 1. Dishonesty within oneself. 2. Wanting to run away from everything. 3. Believing that one cannot cope with oneself's responsibility. 4. Fearing to take responsibility for what one accepted and allowed. 5. Participating within the mind. These reasons are about oneself, and nothing will change after committing suicide. One still has to face oneself. It is about you, how you experience you, wherever you are. Your environment will not determine the experience of you inside of you. So you tell me, Mr. Pullman, how we can stand for world equality, vote for an equal money system, and after that implement it when we remove ourselves from this world. Where does your statement lead you to? After having a little bit more information about Destiny, it sounds a bit silly, doesn't it, Mr. Pullman, to do these dishonest statements on the internet. These kind of things will haunt you for many years, since things have the tendency on the internet to wander around the net, and especially when you ask others to mirror your video. What is your biggest fear, Mr. Pullman? Or better, what is your biggest fantasy? You see, you do fit all 5 reasons why ordinary people commit suicide. So, is that the fear you're projecting? Well, you know now that suicide will not change anything, so you better face yourself. We all better face ourselves, which would immediately change the world and where everybody would take his own self-responsibility.